We on?
Yep.
Hi guys, this is Brandon from Brandon's Comics, Comic Playground. We're trying to do like a little video every week of the new books, the new things that's coming out. Want Donnie to get crazy every once in a while. Adonis did not finish his homework, so he's going to be reading until we're done with this because we would like to get out sometime tonight. But this is Donnie, this is Tucker, this is Sabonis. They're going to be continuing to be on the show from time to time. So I had these guys because I don't have time to read every single comic book. I don't have 200. I don't have time to read 200 comic books, but I know 200 people, so I delegate. So Donnie, you read 2 books today. What did you read?
I did. I read Web of Venom.
Both of which are coming out tomorrow.
And Captain Marvel, #1.
So you wanted to talk to me over and over and over about this Captain Marvel until the podcast started. So now's the time.
All right. Well, in this issue, we find Miss Marvel with Spider-Woman saving the day pretty much. They get into a little wreck, fight the Kraken.
Now you can't tell the ending. Like we gotta be like leave it on a cliffhanger. Or else like I think they call it spoilers.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I gotcha.
Not spoiler. I don't care. It's probably gonna come out late.
Find the Kraken. Basically, we see Iron Man. Well, actually, the suit or whatever. It's not really him. He's from another way because he's too busy,
No,
And
they don't know. They didn't read it.
They may have.
They may have read
They may
it.
have.
So am I
This is a
ruining
week
it or am
later.
I not?
We're
Just
ruining
give a
it.
little
Let's ruin it.
Synopsis. Well, we don't ruin it. Okay. Yeah, a little run-in with
We can edit. It's fine.
good because I can't remember the guy's name from the Avengers that Donald Cheadle plays.
Who's Donald Cheadle?
War Machine?
War Machine.
War
Thank
Machine.
you.
There we go. We figured it out together.
You mean
That
hurts.
You mean
Terrence
IronPatriotSucks.com or
Yeah, the same guy.
Terrence Howard was first, right?
Yeah, Terrence Howard was from the Iron
yeah,
Man
they
first.
must have him and Robert Downey Jr.
They had a
Something
falling
they didn't
out.
get
Yeah.
in.
They
Yeah,
did.
because I was wondering like
They did, yeah.
They dropped him.
I was listening to the
Like
podcast.
it was
a bad habit.
That was pretty rough. I didn't like that. But anyway.
He was awesome as
Don Cheadle's
he
growing
was
on me
awesome
now,
as Buck and
but-
Boogie Nights, man. He's like, you feel that bass? Yeah. Well, anyways, there's also Thor, I noticed, Captain America, and...
Did I notice? Did you read it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm just synopsing. He said I want to ruin it, but apparently, yeah, they do go into a vortex, and the rest of the Avengers were trying to find him, but then the vortex closed, and that's where we're left.
All right. Well, sweet. Thank you very much, Donnie.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna stop Donnie while he's on a roll, and Tucker, tell us about this graphic novel. Whenever Tucker was actually one of my first customers, and what's kind of cool is when he came in, I was gonna go to do a Comic-Con, and Tucker came in, and I liked him so much that I put his picture in. This is me and Tucker. He's my first customer.
Way to represent X-Men.
So Tucker has been all into these new, not new, but he's been teaching me a lot about new releases. Like I said, I don't have time to read all of them. But this is one thing, once he taught me about this book, it's just been flying left and right. So here we go, Tucker.
So Chew is, I mean, it's definitely a graphic novel because it's not for kids at all. Like, period. It's this really interesting, like, sci-fi kind of graphic novel where the main character is a cybopath. And so a cybopath is in this book is he can find out things through taste. So, like, if you think of some other, like, superhero characters and stuff that, like, if they touch you, they can know everything about you and, like, in some cases steal your powers and stuff. Well, if he tastes anything, like, if he was to bite you right now, he would...
Taste Bud Light.
I was gonna say,
Well, that. He would taste Bud Light.
Brother.
And then he would taste like your whole life, so he'd know how you were born, what happened, probably even how you were conceived, information.
You definitely taste Bud Light.
What does he do? Like come up and just lick your face? Like,
Well, I think it has to be like he actually has to like kind of consume you, so that's why like usually it's if he bites you and gets the blood. So he's also a detective, which means that when he wants to find out something, he'll just take a piece of the body and use it for evidence. So
How did he come up with this? Like, one day he's just like, an arm.
they haven't explained all of that, like especially not in here.
I
It's
got the
just-
rest of them. They're all down
Yeah.
there. Read those.
But in this first set of the issues, it just kind of introduces it, and so his one like quirk or like weakness is beets. He for some reason eats beets and nothing comes. Like if he eats a carrot, he can what pesticides were used, how it was grown, where it was grown, everything that happened to it. If he eats a beet, nothing. Just it's nothing. So this is
It's just all nutrients.
exactly.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's just
It's
like
not nothing.
it's just like you eating a beet. So if you were to eat it, it's the same thing like he eat
My
it.
poop would be like purple or something. I
Probably,
think.
yeah. But yeah,
I'm gonna
so
try that tonight.
but it's super interesting, and I read that not too long ago, and it got me hooked like that.
Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate you telling me about that because I've been flying through those left and right. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, Christmas time for weirdos.
It's weird, but people read it and they're like, "This is amazing. I need to
They-
keep reading
Yeah,
it."
I've always seen the first issue where he's just sitting at a table, like eating or cutting up something or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
just
hooked
never,
me.
Yeah.
I saw the art and I was like, "That's super weird. Perfect."
Not yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, so that's pretty much Chew.
All right, well, thank you very much. Well, Sabonis is still continuing to read.
I've pretty much got the main storyline.
Okay, he's got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So what I've got is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 1. Basically, I guess this is Marvel's way, especially after into the Spider-Verse, to reintroduce Spider-Man to people, to have him build up the hero side of things. And it's the start of something. I don't know where they're going with this, but it might. I don't know. It might get pretty cool. I'm
We're
excited
supposed to be
see-
selling this.
I'm excited to see.
We're
what-
excited about this. Friendly Spider-Man, he's my main man.
I'm
After I
excited.
woke up from my
Let's
nap.
go.
I don't know. It's
Like, he's definitely not coming to save you with this attitude.
first off, I feel it's building up to something more. I just
Fantastic.
don't know what. I
All
just
right.
don't know what.
All right.
And it's
So definitely buy issue number 2.
yeah. You probably need issue number 1 just to know why you're looking at issue number 2. But
I would definitely
that's
recommend that
besides the
too.
point.
So get both.
Brandon's Comics, Brandon'sComics.com, Comic Master 4000 eBay handle.
Brandon's Comics on Instagram. Brandon's Comics on Facebook.
Comic Playground, Twitter. I mean, how many? I feel like we're fighting right now.
Playground Comics is Twitter. and
Niner.
It's Comic Playground, Facebook, and Instagram.
Come on
Yes.
YouTube.
All right, let's get back to Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie, you read the new Venom book. Venom's very popular. Web of Venom.
Yes, this one was. Started off where the symbiote was in there.
Oh, show the picture of Stan Lee, the tribute
Oh,
that
yes,
they did of Stan
absolutely.
Lee. Marvel came out and did a tribute of Stan Lee. I actually want to get this autograph. Well, I guess it kind of is autograph. I want to get this tattooed on
Yeah, I'll
me.
autograph it as Stan Lee. Sure.
Yeah.
I actually, sorry to.
No, go ahead.
I saw something the other day on Facebook. I follow a couple of, not Facebook, Instagram. I follow a couple of comic book artists, and one of them posted something that DC did. They did a tribute to Stan Lee
Oh, that's cool.
in their comics, so that was pretty awesome. And DC,
They're like, thank you for keeping us in business because nobody would like comics if it wasn't for you.
basically, like Stan Lee, that's how much of an impact Stan Lee had. He influenced his mortal enemies, so to speak.
I mean, I wouldn't own a comic book store. We wouldn't be doing conventions. Like, I'd be
change the way
working.
comics work.
I'd be bartending and. Actually, I'd be doing the exact same thing, but just getting people drunk instead of comics. Yeah, I'm sorry. So go on.
No,
We get
no
off on
problem.
tangents. Like we,
So
I think
upon
that's what
reading
we're
this, I
supposed to
noticed
do.
that the
We just
symbiote
talked
was
the
in a
whole
dog,
time.
and keep reading. This smell or whatever it goes into him. And basically, it's funny because you're reading it as a dog, so there's not much to read. You can actually skip through that
Was it in
pages
black and
pretty
white then?
quick. I mean,
Should be if it was correct.
Yeah.
anyways, you find out that Spawn, yes, please edit this. Carnage.
Don't edit this.
They both read and they're both, But anyways, Carnage or whatever, trying to go after Eddie Brock or whatever, and has these people possessed with the symbiote in them. Just Eddie Brock. And
I'm sorry, how was that?
Yeah, do it one more time, please.
Just
I didn't
for the vibe. Do it for the
Eddie
vibe.
Brock
too,
meant
like
The Walking Dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was wow.
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 But in a nutshell,
We're supposed to be selling these damn books, guys. Why do we keep on doing this?
oh yeah, I
Let's
got
check this out. We got a hype man.
bunch
I'm
of
hyped
us
for
We
it.
got his Tucker on the page.
Let me be a hype man
We
here.
got a whole bunch of number ones.
Wow.
We
Wow.
got a whole bunch of number ones, and that Chew is the trade. So there's like 4 issues in there.
Yeah.
We've got just pieces of the puzzle. So Yes.
Well, let me talk about my piece of the puzzle.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
This is a cool book. It's called 100 Bullets. It was done by Brian Desario, however you pronounce that. I'm illiterate.
But he read the book. He read it.
Oh yeah. I read the pictures. But so anyway, I read like Donnie. So the
Pictures become words.
proof.
Preach.
So basically, Brian's a local to Phoenix, so it's kind of cool this book coming out. But there was rumors for this to actually become a movie, which was pretty cool. Tom Hardy was supposed to play it, and a couple years ago I asked Brian about it, and he kind of rolled his eyes and laughed at me. And then all of a sudden they came out with this news of Tom Hardy doing this movie Venom or something. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but Brian.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Anyway, what this book is about. So if you can imagine that you have a family member or a friend or a loved one or something, and something happens to them to where they were murdered or hit by a car or something, they were murdered. So basically, what this guy would do is he would show up around you and say, "Hey, I know what happened to your sister. I've got a briefcase. It's got untraceable bullets. There's 100 of them and a gun. This person's going to be at this place at this time. There you go." So that person goes and kills that person. Well, this guy goes to their family member and says, "Look, I got this guy doing this. I got this guy doing this. This is what happened. Here's your briefcase." So he actually doesn't even kill anybody. But this whole book is about just manipulation. One of the things that I like about it is that I think that this could be actually a movie. I think it's a really cool story, or what, I don't know.
Concept.
Have you guys read it?
No.
You guys read it? Have you read it?
I haven't read it, but Netflix.
Yo! Somebody owes him some money now.
I'm just
We
saying.
better hit up Brian.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not really sure what we're doing, but I think we did it. I think we're done.
Well, what about the Youngblood thing? Did you want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Find that out?
Bam.
Oh yeah, see, this is why we got notes. Where's the book at?
Right here. Got it right here. Oh, headphones.
Oh yeah. Oh, we haven't read that. We'll talk about that next week. All right, Donnie, hit us up.
So as I was talking to you guys about the last episode, this here is the Youngblood 2 episode that has the first appearance of Prophet right there, John Prophet. That should be a good movie. It's going to be like a Demolition Man. Pretty much this guy was a warrior in the early century or something like that. Sleeps and he's supposed to be woken up when the time comes. He ends up waking up early, so he just doesn't know where he's at. He's out in the future and everything, and just doesn't know how to handle it and everything. Still waiting on his next mission. Sounds fun. It sounds funny. I hope they do a good job. But yeah, there it is. I mean, get it while you can cheap before it hits Netflix.
Donnie just bought it from me, so it's not here.
Or
But
maybe it is. That'll get him in.
yeah, actually, I got 40.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tucker.
Well, we'll get to that number once
Please don't edit that. We have 40.
You just hear another voice, 50.
Yeah. I got 50 and
Jen
Just
pops
a
her head
different
in.
voice.
Gosh.
Well, thank you guys for listening to us, watching us, even though we're annoying. And if you guys could listen to us on Comic Playground, Brandon'sComics.com, you do all the rest.
Brandon's Comics Instagram, Brandon's Comics Facebooks, YouTube Comic Playground, Facebook Comic Playground, Instagram Comic Playground, Twitter Playground Comics.
Come on,
Google
cue
Brandon's
card guy.
comics, you'll get something.
Yeah, just
I mean-
Google Brandon and comics. I'm sure something's gonna come.
Something's
up.
gonna come
Yeah.
up. Just GTS.
Comic Playground Brandon
GTS.
something.
Google that shit.
Yes, I got the address here. It works.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you.